Thing about fried chicken is that we're gonna first make the batter, and for the batter we'll need 6 tablespoons of flour, and we have 6 tablespoons of flour here. And then we are gonna add 1 tablespoon of corn flour here. Later on we are also gonna add 1 tablespoon of red chili powder. I love to eat everything spicy, so I just add lots of spice. But if you don't like spicy ingredients, spicy food, so you can just tone it down a little bit. Now we are also gonna add half tablespoon of garlic powder. So we have 1 tablespoon here, so we're gonna split it down because we are gonna use it for later purpose. And then 1 tablespoon of sugar, and half teaspoon of black peppers, and also 1 teaspoon of whole cumin seeds. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to make a batter out of it, so the batter has to be really smooth, right? And so we are going to just mix it thoroughly so that everything will become kind of like homogeneous. And then later on we are going to dip our chicken into it, and then we are going to fry it. So now before starting to fry everything, so what we'll need to do, what I did earlier is that I had the chicken ready and I prepared the chicken in like so you can see the vinegar here. So I have incisered those chicken, and then what I will do is that I have added vinegar, and then I just let them wait for like 5 minutes. Generally I tend to get rid of all these fats, but for this one, so I want to keep it so that, because the gravy has to be thick, right? So that's the reason. So now what we are gonna do, we're gonna just apply batter here, dip into here, and then we're just gonna apply it very well. So we're gonna do it with all the 6 leg pieces here. I have 6 leg pieces, so we're gonna do it with all the 6 leg pieces, and then we're gonna fry it. So now I have added 6 tablespoons of oil here to fry the 6 drumsticks, as you can see. So I have coated all the 6 leg pieces here, and then I'm just gonna put it into the oil so that it will just get fried. You will have to choose the container carefully so that you can, all the 6 leg pieces can be fit in here perfectly. Now I'm just gonna use this tongue and then just gonna flip it, and then just gonna fry it a little bit over the medium flame so that it will just get cooked like 20 to 30%, not more than that. So it's probably gonna be like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. So because I have added like 6 to 8 tablespoons of olive oil, so you can add more if you want, depending upon whether all the oils can be there perfectly. And now what I'm gonna do is that sometimes I'm just gonna bend it over a little bit so that all the sides will also get fried perfectly. Now after, I will just wait for 1 or 2 minutes, then I'm gonna flip it and then just wait for 1 or 2 minutes again. So now 2 minutes is done, and then I'm just gonna start flipping it all the way so that all the other portion will also get cooked. So the reason this is also chemistry, right? Cooking. So the reason I have added vinegar first, and also I have infusion, because then vinegars will go inside the chicken and then it will help the chicken being cooked. And also vinegar has that, because vinegar is acetic acid, right? So it has that acidic flavor which will give a little bit sour taste. And also the reason I have added sugar there, because sugar gives in the brown coloration. It's like caramelization, right? So all these things, and also there's spice, so that you have sour and then sugar and then also the spice here. So that means you have 3 different spices all blended in together. I hope you will like it because it will be perfect harmony for that. Now we are just gonna wait for 1 or 2 minutes so that it will just get cooked, like as I said earlier, 20 to 30%, and then we are gonna start making the gravy. So you can see it turned out to be really perfect golden brown color, right? So what we are gonna do, we are gonna just keep it aside, and then we are gonna start making gravy. So now everything is here in the different plate. It looks delicious, right? So now what we are gonna do, we are gonna start preparing the gravy. For the gravy, you will need like 1.5 big pieces of onion. So which is being, we're just gonna put all the onions here. And then one trick that my mom taught me when I was really like 8th standard. So after you add onion, you should always add salt. Okay? Because as you know, salt is sodium chloride, right? So salt will help with the water. So water will definitely get outside from all the onion, and it will take a little bit less amount of time to get turn into golden brown color. Now what I'm gonna do is that, because oil and butter, they are of the same composition, right? So if you add oil and butter together, butter has the smell that will really help the, quench your hunger. Now I'll just fry it till it's become a little bit brownish color. It will take probably like 2 minutes. So it's been 2 minutes, and then you can see that it has become slightly golden brown in color. Now what I'm gonna add, because I love onion and I love spicy food, what I'm gonna add is that this is ginger and onion paste. So it has like half tablespoon of ginger and then half of onion. So I have whole of 1 onion here, and then 1 tablespoon of ginger, and then I paste it together so that I can use it for later on. So now I'm just gonna add it there. So because the purpose of adding onion here, so that it will thicken the gravy, right? Now we are gonna start adding other stuff, other ingredients, but we'll just wait 1 or 2 minutes again, so that the later on with the paste, the onion paste that's being added, it will just get slightly golden brown color also. Now everything looks like kind of golden brown color, right? So I am gonna add the rest of the, that means half tablespoon of ginger garlic powder that I have saved earlier. And now also, I don't like to throw up all the stuff. I don't like to throw away all the stuff. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna add the extra flour we had. And the reason this also, because the gravy will become thick now. And then we're just gonna fry it. Now that everything became like a concussion, now we're gonna add 4 spoons of yogurt. So as I already said, I already used some whole cumin seeds, right? But if you don't like cumin seeds, you can also avoid using it. But I like that tingly burnt sensation of that flavor, so that's why I want to add. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to fry this, and then so that it will become a whole thick gravy kind of. Now this gravy has become really thick, right? But we also want to cook it for like 30 to 35 minutes. So we have to make it a little bit more diluted, so that after some time all the waters from that gravy will just go away. So for that, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use the vinegar that's being left after they're being marinated. I'm gonna use some of those, and then I'm gonna use chicken broth. So you can just buy it from Walmart and anywhere, and then I'm gonna just add the chicken broth, just enough so that it will be a perfect amount of gravy, so that everything will be able to dip into that. And then I'm just gonna whip it perfectly here and then make it a thin smooth gravy. So you can see it's become really thick, and then also it's become kind of smooth. But then don't worry if you think that this is a little bit thin, because it's gonna be thick, really thick. And then we are gonna just start adding all the chicken pieces that were being fried earlier, and then we're gonna add the lid on top, and then just let them cook for like 30 to 35 minutes. And after cooking it for 30 to 35 minutes, we'll be back, and then we may need to add a little bit amount of salt depending upon your taste, right? And then we'll check what's gonna happen after 30 minutes. So friends, now that we have waited for like 30 minutes. It was exactly 33 minutes to be exact, and I felt like so you can see the chickens have started, spreading out, right? So that means it has become cooked. And also I use fork to see whether they are cooked or not. And then just for the final touch, I will add some 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala, and then we will add little amount of cinnamon powder also, just a little, just like half teaspoon. And then we are gonna mix it. So one thing that you will have to keep in mind is that you should not add more flour. Then the taste of that flour will take over everything, okay? So because I added 6 tablespoons of flour. You can also reduce it down to 4 tablespoons if you think that's gonna be enough for the batter. And then you can add little amount, because we want the gravy to be tasty. We don't want to taste flour, right? So yep, now it's done, and then we are gonna turn it down, and then I'm gonna serve it with rice, or you can also serve it with tortilla, whatever you like. So now, thank you for watching. If you like it, then you can give it a thumbs up and also subscribe, because this is my first time, so there may also be lots of errors, and I'm really sorry for that. But yep, that's it. Thank you so much for watching.